Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Buying time to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. On the move to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Only able to work it to the 20 after the nice broken tackle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Forced out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
He's not only thrown a couple of touchdown passes in this first half, he's run for 1 as well, as he'll start again with a first down. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Being chased out left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Odell Beckham, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's already accounted for 4 touchdowns in this first half, 3 in the air, 1 on the ground, as his guys start with a first down. Flush to his right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one. And
the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, these defensive backs have been getting torched all game long, and finally, a small measure of revenge here. That time, the coverage downfield is excellent. And they're right there to battle for the football and force the incomplete pass.
Eluding the pressure right. Airing it out deep for Smith. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Devontae Smith, 69 yards. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's closing in on. Rolling to his right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles have got it on cruise control. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up.
He had the touchdown pass on that previous drive, number 25 for him on the year. And he'll look to keep it rolling, 1st down. To throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Eagles. Odell Beckham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
The Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. Dancing to his left. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, and it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. The Packers trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Jordan Love with a couple of touchdown tosses. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott strong in the victory as his guys run their record to 6-1 on the campaign.
The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. A.J. Brown, 75 yards. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Forced out to his left. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 75 yards. And the Eagles just continue to roll. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Devontae Smith. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back on the field. To his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for Philly. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here now a 3rd and 20. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I certainly like the idea.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. Anything he personally... being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. That's caught at the 25. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And the Eagles are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Eagles are looking to run it. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline?
He's got a man complete, and he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. A big play there for Philly. 46 yards from Viking territory now. They'll come up first and 10 at the 41. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 41 yards. And the Eagles add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. Looking here for Smith downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Devontae Smith, 75 yards. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over. Escaping the pressure right. Airing it out deep for Smith. It got his man complete. A big play there for Philly. And even 50 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game. And quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed it, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the fourth quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more impressive degrees. In the end,
here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Steps away to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Philadelphia, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Commanders. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.
today.
From Commanders Field in Landover, Maryland.
It's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
We are approximately 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, Commanders Field in Landover, Maryland. Now come the Eagles. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dorrance Armstrong. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
A 4-yard pickup that gets them going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down. You talk about this Washington defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what?
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there for Philly. 53 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? What the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain the play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up for first and goal.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Three tight ends up front here, third and goal. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. It took them a while to get their speedster involved. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown with career touchdown number 70. And the Eagles are once again back in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. He threw his league best 35th touchdown pass of the year on that last drive. They'll drop to throw. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. These two teams had met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. Touchdown! Odell Beckham. 49 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out. Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Philly. 61 yards.
He's already got 1 touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a second. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
minutes remaining in this first half of football. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe? Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. And he's thrown. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
Hey, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown! Odell Beckham with career touchdown number 70. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. So another touchdown there. And even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And part of He's had a great season, plenty of touchdown passes, but that last throw, not one of his finer moments as it was returned for a touchdown. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
Forced out to his left. He's going deep for Brown. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there for Philly. 54 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escapes the sack. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
He's in the midst of a brilliant campaign through his 40th touchdown pass of the year on that last drive as they start again here first. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They begin with a run by Barkley. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 2nd and 6. Steps away to his left. He's going deep for Brown. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown. 69 yards. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
It feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. But Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they...
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got to come to the lead. They'll look to throw here on first down. Buying time to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, and that is incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been. And now here is another interception. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Touchdown! A.J. Brown, 54 yards. And the Eagles are able to stretch out their lead.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
This was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Eagles, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.